Alright, so we are going to do the rear driver's side brake wheel cylinder. It's leaking. So we're going to film a video of doing that. And yeah, we'll get started on it. So here we go.
Make sure it's in gear first.
It ain't gonna go anywhere.
It's in gear. It's fine. Can't believe that's all the suspension travel it has. It only has like maybe 2 inches of suspension travel now. I'll jack it.
Just a little bit. Alright, that's okay. Get that.
Impact and a 17. Send a video, or sending a picture of the guy I bought the coil over from.
Okay. Well, you should have done it when we had it on the ground.
I can get it from here. I think. No. So I'll just. Oh, by the way, the video is rolling, so whenever you're ready to start it,
You're going to get here on your hands and knees because my knees are shot.
Okay. All right, you want to start it?
Yeah.
Okay, start talking, I guess.
Okay, so rear wheel cylinder, brake wheel cylinder leaking. You can actually see fluid on the rim. And so we're going to pull the wheel off, pull the drum off. This has drum brakes. And then we're going to go ahead and pull the wheel cylinder off, put a new one on, bleed it, and that's our little project for today. So Keller's going to get started because Grandpa's knees are about shot. I can't even barely bend down. So he's going to take the wheel off and start this repair.
Gloves.
Maybe I need to get us.
Okay, so we're gonna get this drum brake off. Hopefully you guys can see it. Can I?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can see.
Okay, cool.
Let me move it.
Pop that
More.
Yeah.
In the front here.
Okay, so
There we go.
That's what the cap looks like. It looks like it's a little low on grease, but
No, it's still quite a bit.
a little low. Like, here's a rag. Okay, I was gonna buy the brake clean. That's what I was doing. So I was just gonna hose it down and get all new grease in it.
Oh, you're getting my phone.
Oh, whoop. I'll not hose it. It's fine.
Yeah, just wipe it off.
There we go. Just trying to get it to be completely hosed off. Okay, so we've already pulled this one off before, but I don't even remember why we did it. I think we just did it to check the bearings.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why.
And the brake pads.
Oh, and yeah, the brake pads. So, AutoZone, you guys suck at getting brake shoes for these because they don't carry the brake shoes, but they carry the cylinders. Makes so much sense, right? I don't know why they just carry just the cylinders, but they carry just the cylinder. You can't buy the shoes at AutoZone, so thankfully we have a ton of like import shops or import auto parts stores like Halsey Import Parts and Tectonics Tuning. Everybody knows who those are. And yeah, they're like not even like what, an hour and a half away. It's not that bad of a drive to Tectonics. So yeah, I ordered the bearings for the
Is the
16
emergency
valve?
brake on?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
But,
it is.
oh, okay. Yeah, it is. But yeah, I've ordered the bearings and stuff like that for the 16 valve.
The whole thing should come off.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah. Oh, it's not going to come off. We might have to adjust the drum brakes. Yeah,
It's got a huge lip in it. Seems like.
just set that down.
Okay. Let me get this cleaned off. So I'm just cleaning the bearings right now. Getting all that old gunky grease out. Putting some good stuff in.
Here's another rig.
Okay. Guess it doesn't really matter.
So if that won't come off, we're gonna have to get a screwdriver, and there's an adjustment
Yeah.
on that. Okay.
Little star wheel.
Yeah.
So there's a little adjustment star wheel. And once we get this drum off, I'll show you where it is, but I honestly forgot where it is. I think it's on the
I
bottom.
think it's on the bottom, and I can't remember what direction it goes. Let me get my flashlight.
It's not on the bottom. There's no hole.
Maybe it's on the top then. It's been a very long time since I've done any of these drums.
I don't see anything. I mean, I see this rubber.
It's got to be on your
Oh, right
side.
here. I see it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's on the front.
So I don't know. You'll just have to do. Can you feel the wheel in there?
Trying to find it. I think it's just pushing that. Oh, here it comes. It's going. Kind of.
What happens on these drum brakes is the pads wear in to the drum on the other side of this, and so what's happening is that it's created a lip on the inside. When we pull this off, you'll be able to see what we're talking about, and it's not allowing us to slide the drum off. It's catching on the brake pads on the inside. So there's a little wheel. Go ahead and push it back on.
I'm trying to just see if I can. Oh. Yeah, there's definitely a lip in here.
Yeah.
Actually, hang on. Maybe try and loosen up that emergency brake cable.
Yeah, it could be a little bit tight.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe it's loosen. That's a 10 millimeter. Alright. 210s. Let's see if I can loosen it up. I'm just going to loosen it up all the way.
You'll be able to tell when you raise the handle. If it engages immediately, you might need to loosen it. But if it
Yeah, it does. It engages
Okay.
immediately. I set it that way. So, yeah. That'll do it. Okay. I'll just get some new gloves. Okay, I just completely loosened that one. It's not even threaded on anymore, so that should do it. Okay. Yeah, I did it.
That did it.
Oh my god.
Oh jeez, look at those pads.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So this is terrible, folks. These pads
Are completely caked.
are completely caked in brake fluid. So don't spray it off yet.
Okay.
Let me get a piece of cardboard underneath here.
Just get a drain pan.
Or a drain pan. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, so these should be trashed, but I cannot find for the life of me these brake shoes anywhere. I can find the front brake pads, but I cannot find these shoes. Okay, now we'll hose it down. Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna back my phone
Okay,
up
that's
here. I
fine.
don't want to get it all boogered.
Kind of expecting this, so.
So the brake fluid might clean the pads a little bit, but once they get soaked in oil, they're pretty much shot. But it'll at least work until we can get some pads.
Or just shoot, or just make these disc brakes.
Alright, you just wipe it off with the rag
Where's it
there.
at?
Right there, underneath the drum.
Oh, I forgot I gotta clean the drum too. Yeah, so this is not the proper way to do it. Not at all. But I cannot find, for the life of me, these stupid shoes. Oh, I guess I could do is just use the brake clean that's in the drain pan and
There you go.
clean the inside of this. Yeah, these are basically rebuilt now. Oh yeah.
Yuck.
Yep, indeed. So I guess I'll just throw that back in there. Okay.
I'll get our light over here so we can see better.
Okay. Just get the clean part of the rag and little piece of the spring, or one spring just popped off. Oh, it broke. Well, the spring just broke. That's
that
nice.
Broke?
Yeah, that just broke.
Ooh, that's not good.
Yeah.
Well,
It's not part of the
well, yeah.
actual brake
it
system.
is. I think. Oh, it's part of the adjustment.
Okay, that's not.
It'll be okay. All right. So, one thing that I do whenever I do drum brakes, get your phone out.
Yeah, take a picture.
It's always a good idea to take a picture of the brakes, so you know what all the orientation of all the springs and all the stuff are. And because from this side to the other side, it'll be like swapped from right to left where the springs are, where everything goes. And if you pull these apart and you can't get brake shoes and it's a week later and you're trying to remember how everything gets back together, you got your picture. So that's a good tip. All right, so we might be able to replace this wheel cylinder just by sliding it. Oh no, it's got to come.
Yep. Come apart.
I think the whole thing will come forward. But we could take it apart.
Yeah, just take it apart.
Here, let me get you a vice grip for that.
Oh, I can get it with these.
Yeah, it's not gonna grab it very good.
There we go. I got it.
Okay. And I always like to have a little tin like this. I just got this at Goodwill. This is a good little tin for putting all the parts in.
I guess what we could do is put the brake clean in here and let them soak in the brake clean. Oh yeah, the dirty brake clean. There we go. Okay. I think actually this might actually come. No, it's not going to come apart that easy. Okay, so
That one will be last. So what you're going to want to do is, boy, it's been a long time.
Yeah, this wheel cylinder is blown. It's on this side and that side is blown. Oh, you might be able to just pull it all apart.
Actually, that's what I was thinking. I think we can just pull these out
Okay.
like this.
Yeah.
So that's what you can do to save a little bit of time. We just pulled this forward. This will give us enough room to pull the wheel cylinder out and replace it. But the first thing we need to do is we need to get the brake line off the back. So,
Oh yeah. What size is that? Like a 12
I think I have it. Hold on.
There's line wrenches over here.
Yeah, I got the small one of the two.
There's a 9 and an 11.
Yeah, I think it might be the 9. But hold on a second.
Okay.
What did I just do with the flashlight here? I have it. Oh, here it is. Okay. So these brake lines on these Rabbits can be rusted. This one doesn't look too bad. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit it with a little PV blaster.
It ain't the 9, so it's the 11. Oh, it just came off with nothing.
Oh, it did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
All right.
I want to get that drain pan in here. I got it. It's coming pretty good.
So if they're rusted, you're going to want to soak them, let them sit for a while. This one came out pretty darn easy.
Oh, it's coming.
And to do these, you need the little brake flare tool. And when Keller gets done, he can show you up front on the camera.
A line wrench.
It's a line wrench. And you can order these on Amazon. They're probably $10, if that.
And it's an 11 millimeter line wrench. All it is literally it's just a 5-pointed wrench. It has 5 out of the 6 points of contact, just so you can slide the brake line through and get these, because brake lines are notorious for twisting off or rounding off and not being fun at all. So, I mean, this one's not being fun either. I don't really like to use line wrenches because you only have it's basically one way. You can't just slip it on. It has to go on just one way. I like using the flat ones, but these work too. Like for cracking them loose, I'll use a line wrench, but just too lazy to go back up and go get another 11 millimeter. So it's almost there. There it goes. It's out.
All right. So I believe the Allen head bolts are 5, I think.
Oh, this is real handy. If you need a hand cleaner that cleans your hands really quickly and you just don't want to use like orange hand cleaner or Trouble towels or whatever, just soak a rag in brake clean. Just dunk it in brake clean. So I just clean my hands like it's nothing.
Let me grab the other can of brake clean.
Oh, this says. Oh, we're gonna have to do a brake flush on this. It says brake. This has water in it.
Really?
Yeah, it's got a lot of water in it.
How the heck would water get in there? That's weird. So on the back side of this, which I can actually show here on the camera. Let's get a little bit of light on the subject here. Pull this off so you guys can see this. So on the back side of the wheel cylinder is 2 Allen bolts, and I believe they're 5s. Can you grab
I got the
that
Allen wrench.
set? Oh, you grabbed it.
Yeah.
Is it a 5? Can you tell?
It's right there.
Or is it?
No, it's that. It's that
Okay.
size.
So what you want to do is, first of all, you need to make sure that these are cleaned out, because if there's a bunch of dirt in them, it will not seat.
There's some dirt on this. So.
Yeah. So let's move the camera real quick. And then if you want to spray the back of those killers,
Yeah.
just stick the nozzle in there. So he's going to go ahead and clean them out. And then with these Allens and these older Volkswagens, it's super, super important to get these things clean so you can get the actual wrench as far in as possible. They can strip out so easy, and when one of these strips out, now you're forced to get a vice grip onto it, which you don't have very much room to do that. And we'll see if we can get this to break.
Yeah, it came loose.
Okay, so this one came loose. One of the pluses of having a big leak that's leaking brake fluid is it lubricates everything. So the whole backside of this thing has kind of been lubricated with brake fluid.
Yeah.
But if you live in the Rust Belt
Have fun.
back east and these are rusted solid, you're not probably going to get them out.
Sorry, but gonna move here.
But you can always drill them out.
Drill and tap.
It just takes it that much longer.
Yeah, we did these same exact things on the old Rabbit. Oh, I must have dropped the bolt or something. It's missing.
So you can see in the background, that's one of Keller's new coilovers that we just put on the car earlier.
They're gonna love it. Wish I did it sooner. Oh, let's throw that in the vat of brake clean. Is there only 2 or is there 3?
There's 2.
Okay, because I can't seem to get any. Can't get it off.
It's because what's happened is this here is rusted.
Okay, so get like a.
So you're going to want to tap it. But what you can do is you can remove the nipple.
Oh yeah.
And then you can tap on it with a hammer.
Let's see if I can maybe get a screwdriver. Oh, here, I'll just get the screwdriver and just. There it goes. Yeah, it is definitely blown. It's blown, not just a little bit. It's really blown. Okay. So let's see. We need the new wheel cylinder.
Got it out?
Yeah, it's out.
Okay. Just getting these things orientated.
Just trying to find. Oh, there's the bolt.
So here's the new wheel cylinder. When you're installing these, make sure that when you're compressing these, you're real careful. Once these boots come off here, they can be very difficult to get back on. So it's going to need to be compressed to be able to get the pads back on. So just be careful with these rubber boots. Yeah. That's okay. You don't need to compress it now. But what will happen is one side will want to push the other side out, and now you've got a piston that came out, and once the piston comes out, it's a pain in the butt. So just be real careful. Because if you push one piston into one side, it can push the other piston out, and once the piston comes out, it's a pain in the ass to get it back in. So just be careful of that.
Yeah, this is a new design for sure.
it not wanting to thread in?
That
But don't strip it out.
it's not that. It's threading in. It's just I couldn't get the Allen wrench. It's a little long.
Oh, I see. You can move that brake line out of the way. You can bend it a little bit.
Yeah.
But then it might not line up very good. I've got a 5mm socket. Do you want that?
Yeah, that'll probably help.
Okay. Oh, it's a 4. Let's see, do I have 5? Oh, yeah, here's 5. It might be, I don't know, it might be too long, but you can try it. Can I get in there?
Yeah, I think that'll get in there. So these are torqued to snug. I don't think there's really a torque spec on this.
Yeah, it probably is a torque spec, but they're only 5, so you don't want to get them too tight. Just where it's, yeah, like Keller says, snug.
German torque spec, the Guten type. That's what 99% of Volkswagens are. It's just German torque spec, Guten type.
Kind of cool. Somebody could make one of those that ratcheted.
They do. They make
Do
them.
they?
Yep. Snap-on sells them.
Oh, that'd be nice. I'd like to get one of those.
Where's that other can of brake clean? Because I'm going to get that up. I'm going to clean the back side of this. Yeah, it's already tight. I'll just double check. Yeah, it's tight. So I'm just going to hose the back end of it. There we go. I'd say that's good and tight. Good and good. Yeah, just good.
Okay, we need to put some grease on that back bearing.
Hold on. I didn't hit the brake clean with that, so.
Okay, because you can reach in from the back side and you can get some grease in there.
Mm-hmm.
So these little caps that go on these springs, there's a stud that comes from the back, and you compress it, and then you turn.
Just turn it.
Oop.
That'll happen if you don't have the brake tools, and they actually do make tools for this. Where'd that cap go? Right there.
What actually works better sometimes is a pair of pliers.
Yeah, our vice grips.
Yeah.
Okay, there's that side. Gross. It's pink. It's not red anymore. Now I'm trying to find the cap and the brake clean. I'll show the grease. Yeah.
Did you lose the cap?
Yep.
How could you lose the cap?
It's in here. I know it is.
Okay. Maybe it ended up in the bottom of the pan.
Where did it? Oh. Did it go in here? No.
Look on the towel.
All I see is the spring.
Okay.
That's weird. It literally disappeared.
This is part of working on
Oh,
cars.
it's right here.
Oh, it's on the spring.
Duh.
Do you want the needle nose vice grip?
No, it's okay.
So you press in and a 90-degree turn,
Yeah.
and it locks it in. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, there's grease in here.
Does it look like quite a bit?
Yeah, that's pretty good. I'll just
Okay.
fill it up with grease.
Okay, so give me the bearing and I'll show people how to pack a bearing. We'll do the whole bearing packing procedure.
Okay, so you're getting this.
Wipe off the, give me the bearing, I'll wipe it off.
Okay, here, I got it. I got it.
Okay.
Very clean, coated rag. So this is a bearing without grease.
Okay. Can you see, can you see, everybody see?
Bring it like way down. Yeah. Actually, yeah, that's about right.
Okay.
There you go.
So when you pack these bearings, instead of just smearing grease on these rollers, the way you want to do these is you want to see this little groove down in here. You're going to take the bearing and just start shoving grease into the groove. And you keep doing this until it'll start coming out the top. You'll see as I do this how the grease just kind of disappears from my hand. It's going inside the bearing, and see it's starting to come out the rollers. So you press it. You're just shoving that grease all the way through. That's the proper way to grease these. A lot of people just think, oh, just rub a bunch of grease on the outside. Well, you're not getting the grease. These are designed to have space inside here for this grease to build up, and it's kind of like a storage area. And it's nice to have gloves to do this so that you can see how much grease has already gone into this bearing, and we're almost pretty much full now. Okay, so that's how you properly pack a bearing. Put the rest of this.
Oh, put it in the cap, because we got to put a crap ton in that cap.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, put it. Just pack that cap full of grease.
Yeah. So what Keller's saying is, I'm going to go ahead and put grease in this cap. And what this will do is, if your bearing gets really, really hot,
it will
melt what's ever in this cap inside. Now, you don't need like crazy amounts, but just enough. Okay, you're gonna have to put your pin back in. Should I find another? Do you want, since we don't have a cotter pin, do you want a piece of coat hanger?
Sure.
Okay.
All right. So while he's getting me a coat hanger, we're gonna put this bearing in. So just put it right in. So this next thing is these washers. This washer, it had a little dirt on it. I just felt it with my fingers, so we're going to clean that off because we don't want any dirt going in here because it'll stay in the grease and it'll never come out. I mean, it will if you like hose it down. But, yeah. So you put that washer in. It only goes in one way. I'm going to clean this nut too, just because. And this towel's a little dirty, but just with grease, so not like dirt or anything. So yeah. So you just tighten this up. What you want to do is basically tighten this up And yes, I'm using pliers because you don't really need to torque it down that tight. Like that, yeah, I'd probably go a little.
I wouldn't go too much more than that.
Yeah, I'm just trying to set the bearing first, and then
There you go.
yeah. So you set the bearing, spin it around. It's something that I'll probably go a little looser than that, just a hair.
You can also tell too if you wiggle this back and forth this way and it's all clunk clunk clunk, then it's definitely too loose.
No, it's tight.
That feels really good like that. Okay, and so this next, I don't know, I guess you would call this an alignment tool for the thing. So on these, they're all set a little bit different. So if you spin it, it might line up. And then if it doesn't line up, you can spin it again until you line up. Did that look like it lined up?
I have to back it off just like a hair.
But these are all a little bit different. And so just keep turning this until your hole lines up. And what I mean by the hole is the hole that goes through here like that. So you can get this a certain tension, and then you just can take this off and then turn it one little notch, another notch, and eventually you will get it to where this hole lines up. And we don't have the actual correct cotter pin for this, so we're using a coat hanger, which isn't totally ideal, but I've used them years and never had a problem. So if you want to bend that killer,
I'd go
could be a little bit long. And then go the opposite direction with the top, and then you could probably cut it.
Yeah, I'm going to need some dikes, though. That's not going to cut it.
Yeah.
Literally.
And you're going to have to shorten it a little bit so the cap goes on.
Yeah, no, I was going to crush it even more with the pliers.
Here's a pretty good pair of dikes. It should make that pretty easy.
Yeah, that went flying. Okay, so that ain't going nowhere. All right, so next is the cap. So it's just literally just goes on.
You can just tap these on with anything.
Like that. That's all you got to do for drum brakes. I got a solvent rag. And you don't want to. We'll get some brake clean on that. Clean that off. You want to grab me some brake clean?
Yeah.
Oh, Jonathan.
Yeah, I think you have the brake clean behind you. There it is.
Okay, so close this
Don't get any on my phone.
down. I'll try not to. Okay. So that's clean. We'll give it a few minutes to dry.
Okay, now we gotta bleed.
Yeah, so while we're waiting for it to dry, we're gonna bleed brakes. So I guess you want to do
Let's check the reservoir.
It's gonna be empty. Pretty close to empty. Okay, so we're gonna pop the hood. And it's dripping. Oh, that's not that bad. It's a little low. I just like to top mine up to the complete full mark, like just plumb full.
We actually got quite a bit in there.
Yeah,
I
so
think we almost don't need to. But okay, so I'll pump the brakes.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna say to show the. Oh wait, hey! You know I got my car freaking cotter pins.
Oh, that's funny.
Here, I'll just give them to you.
Keller just found a whole bunch of cotter pins in his car.
A whole box. Okay, so this is what I did when I was completely empty of fluid. Just do this. Pump it a ton of times. And I'll get some fluid back there. I'm just trying to get some fluid back
Do
there.
you want me to open up the bleeder?
Yeah, sure. You want to get this?
Okay, so Keller's hitting the brakes on the inside, and then I'll open up. It was a 9.
No, it's like an 8 or something like that.
Oh, so it wasn't this size?
No, it's not.
Oh, how did you get it?
I cracked it loose. Not the bleeder.
Oh yeah, it's like a 7 or something. see if we can figure out what size that is. There we go. Let's pull this over here. It's a 7. Yeah. Okay, it's a 7.
Okay.
Or at least on the old one, it's a 7. Let's see if that's. Oh, no, this new one is not a 7. So it's an 8. I believe. Oh, here. Sure. Huh. Wonder if this is even metric. Okay, I think so. Okay, so it's an 8. Okay, you ready?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, it should be open now.
Okay, open.
Oh yeah, it's open. Okay, pump. One more time. Okay. How does the pedal feel now? Do it one more time.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Okay, go ahead, pressure. Okay, one more time. Okay, build up pressure.
Yeah.
How does that feel now? I think we got most of the air out. So what we're doing is we're just opening up this little bleeder on the back.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, so we're good to be. We'll go ahead and get this tightened down. I'm sorry, go one more time, Keller. I had to open for a second.
Okay.
Okay. Not crazy tight on these bleeder screws. People always over torque them. So, just snug. Do you know where this... where the hole was for the adjustment thing, Keller?
It was on the front of the.
Oh, I see, I feel it. Okay, that's in there. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the drum brake wheel cylinder replacement. We'll get our mess cleaned up here, and then we'll work on putting in a new clutch cable in this car. So check your e-brake. How does your e-brake feel?
Oh, I'm trying to fix that right now.
Okay.
Yeah. I lost one of the freaking nuts to the e-brake cable, so we're gonna have to figure that out.
Oh, 10 millimeter?
Yeah, one of the not the lock nut, but the other one, like
Oh,
acorn one.
the rounded one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so we're done doing the wheel cylinder on the rear drum brake, but I wanted to just cover a couple things. So we had put, originally we didn't think we had a cotter pin to put into the bearing, but we found one. So this is what they look like. And basically they go into that slot, and then you bend these up with a pair of pliers. The other thing is this spring broke here. All this is, so the reason we didn't put it back in or go try to find another one is because all this does is keep tension to self-adjust the brake, and Keller's going to disc brakes very soon, so we're not worried about that adjustment. So that broke, we didn't replace it. And then the only thing we didn't do is readjust the drum brake pads. So you can slide the drum on over the pads, but to properly tension them, through the back plate is a hole. So on all drum brakes, there's going to be a small hole, usually a rubber plug. And if you get in there and you can look in with a flashlight, you'll see a little wheel that's got notches in it. And you can take your screwdriver and spin the wheel. And one way it's going to tighten it, and it's going to push those brake pads out to the drum. And the other way it's going to loosen it. So we didn't really show that. I just wanted to describe that a little bit. So yeah, we did the drum brakes. That's done. The leak is fixed. We flushed some new brake fluid through it. And now we're going to move on to a radiator job where we're going to be replacing a fan on Keller's radiator. And that'll be the next video. So thanks.